We are bringing up inventors, solvers, investigators. And here's Darwin the robot. It can walk and kick a ball.
We wanted to create space that could change the world.
Look! Well, it can also fall and stand up. The resources here are really not limited.
Kvantorium is definitely a point of increase, both for the city and the region.
It's an opportunity for our children to show their abilities in our country, build their own respectable life. Being in Kvantorium, I've got a chance to get the knowledge of the future and get a job of the future while I'm still at school.
Such a thing as Station of Young Technicians, where children receive the first ideas of what is being an engineer, what an invention is, has gone into the past. And when we learned about the competition for a Children's Technical Park Foundation, we collected all the documents and submitted them. And we have won. I've said we'll have nothing left, but we'll always find funds for our kids, because they are our future.
Modern engineers, they see the level of technologies that has been achieved for many years, and for lots of them it's a boundary, a so-called horizon. Here in Kvantorium we show the horizon to kids as a starting point.
Here children are allowed to express their ideas and bring them into life, in spite of the fact that these ideas may have a negative result, may not be fruitful at all, but nevertheless they have made an attempt and they'll feel more confident in the big world when they start working.
Classes in the technical park are very intensive. Sometimes you even haven't got a minute not only to make tea, but to have a drink of water. So you can make all the processes automatic, including tea brewing. We accept all the children in the order of their applications to our basic level general education programs. Some of them become deeply interested. They can generate new ideas, work on a project on their own. They stay for further education. Kvantorium is my second home. I come here after school and go home when it's dark outside. It's comfortable to be here as the atmosphere is so stimulating.
Kvantorium is a unique place because school children who do not have an opportunity to have practice at school are allowed to make investigations here, using equipment that is worth a good scientific institution.
I am working as an engineer in this high-tech workshop. We can make components right here in Kvantorium without buying them anywhere. We just make them ourselves. Kvantorium gives me material resource. I can make computer programs, build a robot using the parts that I can find here. I have decided to devote myself to robotics. So, to be able to enter the leading universities that teach robotics, I come here. Now, Kvantorium is our strategic partner. Why is it of interest to the supporting university of the region? The reason is that one of our main purposes is to support and develop youth potentials and make them stay in the region after graduation. Therefore, Kvantorium 33 is the starting point for children that gives them a full opportunity to show their abilities and talent. Our best teachers work in Kvantorium, and we certainly accept the best Kvantorium graduates. Kvantorium 33 is an open educational space that gives an opportunity to those children who are willing to work and be successful in sciences. We have a very interesting experience of interaction with disabled children via internet.
We use an operator write, an input operator requests an input number, the user writes the number in the input-output window.
I'm 17 years old. Well, I mainly work with a computer. My friends and work and classes are in Kvantorium.
Every mother wants her child to be happy, and happiness, probably for every person, and especially for a person with special needs, is being needed. And it is Kvantorium that gives a feeling of being needed and important, and even having a desire to live. Maxim, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Quite well.
Do you like your classes?
A lot. I have already created my own computer game, learned how to convert rooms and houses in programs. I'm interested. I live like everyone else. At least I'm trying to live like this.
The Kvantorium program is very harmonious. There is an opportunity to study foreign languages. Projects are being worked on. Children will be able to go abroad with the projects. Therefore, knowledge of a foreign language, both technical and conversational, is obligatory. And we have an experience of cooperation with Lomonosov Moscow State University. Our children go there to practice real grown-up physics in a real scientific laboratory.
I've come to Moscow State University. I'm here for the first time. I visited a practice class and liked it, and the teacher too. Of course, I wanted to study here. If I'm lucky, I will certainly study here.
This is one of the first sites where our recommendations on tutor staff were carried out to the full extent. Thus, they are young people. The age gap between those who teach and those who are taught is minimized. Therefore, the confidence and trust degree increases to the maximum point. There is a tremendous, strong team. It is very comfortable to work with them.
If anyone had told me a year and a half ago that I would work as a teacher, I would have laughed, and very loudly. It's very interesting to work with them, they are quicker to grasp, and you sometimes have to be at their heels. And that is great, because that is self-development. This was the reason for me to make it a full-time job. When you tell a project group, you must assemble a plane, you've got 8 days. We've got a deadline. And you hear in reply, 8 days, we'll make it in 4, and they really do it. Well, the simplest thing that I'm proud of is when a little kid of about 11 comes up to me and says that he has soldered and shows his boards and they're near to professional. I ask him, who has taught you to solder like this? And he said, you. This impressed me greatly.
I'm in my 4th year in Vladimir State University, and I work as a tutor here. That is a unique experience of working with children, a chance to make them become keen at an early age and direct them to the science. We have a very interesting experience when students of Vladimir Pedagogical College, future nursery and primary school teachers, come to us and mentor our smallest kids.
К нам и занимаются с нашими малышами.
Это детский технопарк.
It's a children's technical park, it's for kids, and our aim is to encourage love to technical science art, to revive engineering among youth and young researchers, because they have got loads of ideas.
Потому что идей у них масса.
We have been greatly pleased with the projects that kids make with their tutors. All the projects are targeted at real needs. We hope that the site will move in this direction and will have the first startup projects named Kvantorium 33.
It's a project city bot. It's made to serve people's needs. It's a service robot. It can be used as an intelligent rubbish bin in a park. It can serve as a waiter in a restaurant. It'll have a display, a table for serving food and drink. There are research works in ecological monitoring. It's an air control monitoring project. Here's the base station of my project. There are several sensors inside for collecting different parameters. You may visit the site and see air quality online.
A scheme of rubbish bins infill monitoring. Here, a SIM card is put to transmit infill information about a bin to the control panel. I have decided to make this for my city to be clean.
Our biologists are cloning luminous fish. They and algae can form a closed ecological system.
Their creation will lead its way starting from luminous corals' DNA extraction and gene transfer to freshwater fish caviar. Now the project is at the stage of cloning and gene transfer.
There is a project in the Russian Federation according to which everyone who wishes can get a hectare in the Far East. We have created a virtual space that lets us see what it will be like in the future. I think that a brand made in Kvantorium, Vladimir region, is certain to appear in the future.
The most important thing for us is certainly our kids, gifted kids of Vladimir region. Our children don't want to leave Kvantorium. They enjoy it here, no matter they are 7 or 14 years old. They are willing to come here. They are enthusiastic.
We are bringing up inventors, solvers, investigators. They are the future generation that is to lead our country to a very high competitive level.
На очень высокий конкурентный уровень.